poses for opening and strengthening the lower back.
Alright, so I'm going to do a couple poses for strengthening the lower back. It's just going to be a few minutes. And the most important thing to remember is to try and practice every day, every other day, so that you start to build the muscles in the lower back and in the abs to support the lower back throughout the day. So I'm going to start off with coming onto my back. And the first thing that I'm going to do is just take this natural curve out of the lower back. So normally we have this curve here just above the tailbone, and I'm going to draw the navel in and tuck my tailbone just slightly. So my lower back stays on the floor, my tailbone's tucked, pelvis is tucked just a bit, and it's taking this natural curve out of the lower back. And just this is a really supportive, really restorative pose. So you can start there, and then draw one knee in. Bring the forehead to the knee, draw the core in, and then keeping the core engaged, release the head and shoulders, and release the foot down. Let's switch sides. So you can hold this for 30 seconds to a minute, bringing the forehead to the knee, breathing, then release. And then check again to see that you are flattening the lower back so it feels nice and supported. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Press the right knee away. You want to keep the right foot flexed. And then draw the left knee in and interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. So keeping the right foot flexed, pressing the right knee away. I'm going to pull the left knee in with the strength of the arms, keeping my core engaged just slightly in the lower back. Flat, tailbone tucked. Lower back stays on the floor. So you're going to get a really nice opening here in the hips, the right hip, maybe some in the left hip as well. And again, holding any of these poses for 30 seconds to a minute. Interlace the fingers around the right foot. Draw the right foot towards the center of the chest, and then you can extend the left leg. So just getting a little bit more of an opening in the hip here. Drawing the navel in, and then hugging the knee into the chest, and switching sides. Same thing on the left. Interlace the fingers, draw the right knee in. 30 seconds to a minute. Take the foot, extend the right leg, hold, and then release. And then you can draw the navel in, tuck the tailbone, do a really gentle half bridge. So the idea is to keep the core and the lower back engaged. So you don't want to press up really quickly. You're drawing the navel in and just continuing that motion as you contract and bring the pelvis towards the lower ribs. You just continue that movement, pressing into the feet to lift the hips. You don't have to go up really high. You just want to engage here in the lower back, engage the core, hold, 5 to 10 breaths. And then you can come down. I like to do 3 to 5 rounds. So you go up really slowly, hold 5 to 10 breaths, come down really slowly on the exhale, reset the lower back, and back up again. And then from here, you can draw the knees into the chest. If you want to take the feet, you can, or the hands behind the thighs. And rock up to sitting. So once you're in sitting, you can bring the hands to the knees, draw the navel in, and lean back. Long, slow exhale, and then as you inhale, press into the hands and lift the chest gently up. Draw the shoulders together, and again, rounding the back. And on the inhale, come up. So from the side, leaning way back. And then inhaling as you rock onto the front of the sit bones and lift the chest. You can do that a few rounds, 30 seconds to a minute. And then come on to hands and knees for some cat-cows. This is a pretty common stretch, really good one. So you're drawing the navel in, rounding the back, spreading the shoulder blades, pressing the hands into the floor. Exhale everything out, draw the navel in, and then drop the belly and inhale as you look up. So we're going to move with the breath here, so you're exhaling as you round the back. And inhaling as you come up. And you can do 5 to 10 rounds around being an inhale and an exhale. Really slow. And then we're going to come all the way down into extended child's pose. So in extended child's pose, you have the knees spread, so there's space for the torso between the thighs. Lying down, reaching out through the hands, bringing the forehead to the floor. Again, I like to stay here for 30 seconds to a minute. Stretches the lower back, releases the shoulders, releases the hips, and it just calms the body and the mind. And then from here, we're going to come up into a low plank. So you want to come onto the forearms and drop the hips. So you're hovering above the floor, bring the chin over the hands if you can, and just hold for 5 seconds or so, and then come down onto the belly. Take a break, interlace the fingers, hug the elbows in, and lift up again. I'm going to do 3 to 5 rounds, holding it for 5 to 10 seconds at first, and as you build strength, you can hold it for longer. And then some other poses to build the lower back are the locust series. So you can come all the way down onto the belly, interlace the fingers behind the back, hug the hands together, and lift the chest, tucking the chin, drawing the legs up, and squeezing the legs together. So you're lengthening all the way up and down the spine. Again, holding for 3 to 5 breaths, and then coming down. I recommend trying that 3 to 5 times. Coming onto the belly in between. Lift yourself up to a modified upward dog. Stretch out the back. Curl the toes under. And come into a forward fold. And just let yourself hang. When you want to come out of the pose, round up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. I think I'm out of the screen. And sweep the right arm over the head, opening up the right side of the body. Right hand comes down, left arm over the head, and coming back. So that'll get you started. Remember that if you're sitting in a chair during the day, if you're in a desk, you can bring your feet to the floor. Both feet to the floor, hips open, knees open, at least hip distance apart. Hands in front of the knees, draw the navel in, round the back, and then lift the chest. And you want to do it in sequencing with your breath. So inhaling as you look up, and exhaling as you rock back. Also, if you work a desk job, you should be getting up and moving at least every hour. So even if you're just getting up, walking around the hall or standing at your desk for 5 minutes or so, really, really will help your back in the long run. So this will get you started, and let me know how it goes, and we can move on and go a little bit further next time.